Obama used the IRS against his political enemies. That did happen. But he did. Yes, he did.
He is not a citizen. If he were a citizen, I might feel differently. He's a guest in this country.
Okay.
It's my
so
view,
in other
and
words,
it's the Trump administration.
It's but it doesn't matter.
Can I finish my freaking statement?
No.
We just interject? I haven't concluded my thought process.
Here.
Of course.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Dronetek here. Today we're going to talk about someone who I think we can all agree is one of the worst partisan hacks in media. That was our opinion, but now, thanks to the Media Research Center, we actually have hard data to back it up. I'd also like to quickly add that I'm going to use a mashup of Phillip doing her thing that was put together by a Newsbusters reporter named Bill D'Agostino. I know I'm mangling your name, so I apologize for that, but this guy is one of my longtime favorites. He's been at this job a long time and doing great work. I'm gonna remix it up a little bit, so you definitely want to see it because it perfectly demonstrates the fuckery that Phillip engages in.
Be my guest.
Obama used the IRS against his political enemies. That did happen. But he did. Yes, he did.
He is not a citizen. If he were a citizen, I might feel differently. He's a guest in this country.
Okay.
It's my view,
so in other
and
words,
it's the Trump
you don't
administration.
Have proof, but it doesn't matter.
Can I finish my freaking statement?
No.
We just interject? I haven't concluded my thought process.
Here.
Of course! According to this study, during a random sample of 10 episodes of CNN Newsnight, Phillip interrupted a guest explicitly to contradict him or her in an adversarial type interruption 130 times. Of those, 127, which is 98%, were conservatives, while just 3, around 2%, were liberals. Thus, conservatives were interrupted adversarially 42 times more often than the liberals.
After the Floyd riot, policemen, in fear of their jobs many times, and political coverage, pulled back from their jobs, resulting in an increased level of
listen, I
homicide.
got to stop you there.
Gee, look at the time. Well, gotta go.
Overall, conservatives were interrupted 60% of the time and were interrupted adversarially 58% of the time, while liberals were only interrupted 8% of the time and were interrupted adversarially only 1% of the time.
Really?
Harry Enton's own numbers last week said 51% of people are supportive of ICE in their communities. There was a poll today reported on by Politico, big stack, saying 50% support Trump's
I understand what
immigration
you're...
policy.
Hold on.
Kamala Harris addressed the American Federation of Teachers and joined them in opposing banning of books. And here's the book that was in
Sorry,
question.
are we talking in favor of banning books now?
LBJ actually flew the Fed chief down to Texas to his ranch and berated him because he was pissed off about some of his decisions.
And then what?
Let's remember.
And then what? No. And then what happened?
I want to make my point.
Finish your point.
Then
What
George
happened?
H.W. Bush.
But
even
Chair
blamed
Michael,
his Fed chair
I'm going to
for why
pause
he
you there.
lost.
Of course you are.
Another interesting tidbit here is that of the 30 guests, 96% who were never interrupted adversarially, 29 were liberals. The sole conservative to avoid being cut off by Phillip spoke only twice for a total of 68 seconds.
But wait! There's more!
Okay, last thing I wanted to point out, because this is just hilarious. The most interrupted guest on the show. Just take a wild guess. We all know who it is.
He's a resident alien. He can be deported under U.S. law for if the Secretary of State has any reasonable ground to believe he would have a potentially serious adverse foreign policy consequence. And you mentioned the student organization. The student organization put out... Let me finish.
But before you move on.
Oh, come on! Scott Jennings, of course, the only reason anybody even watches this show. All the left-wingers come on to gang up on him, and he still exposes them as frauds. Make sure to share this with all your friends, family, parents, grandparents, or whoever to keep them well informed. Also, if you're still here, you might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post on a regular basis, both long and short form, so make sure to keep checking back for more. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can find those links in the description or pinned comment. Make sure to head on over to preparewithdronetek.com right now and take advantage of the $200 off deal. Thanks a lot. I'll see you all on the next one.